Sabrina D'Apino is a young researcher. Say hello, everybody. Welcome. We would like to have an applause to Sabrina.
Thank you.
Okay, so welcome. And she's a young researcher, very much engaged in gender and disability studies. And she got really engaged in a European project called RiseWise, which was about empowering women with disabilities in social engagement. It was a very large partnership, very many European universities and associations that work with people with disabilities, and we had a lot of exchanges and scientific work, and we had even a jam a year and a bit more ago in Stockholm, so it was a really exciting project. So Sabrina got so engaged about this issue that after the project she had formed herself as a young researcher an association called the same way as the project. It's called RiseWise. But today Sabrina, she will talk about the association, but she will talk about, today she will talk about social inclusion of disabled people through sport. So we are connecting with the session this morning because we have been speaking about Paralympic sports. So Sabrina, the floor is all yours. When you want, you can start.
Yes, thank you, Lisa, for presentation, and good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I add one more information about myself, I would like to thank the summer school organization for their excellent work. In particular, I would like to thank Lisa and Olga for their remote support and for the opportunity they have given me today by participation online in this session. Today, I have decided to offer my introduction speech, social inclusion of people with disability through sport, through a video presentation lasting about 10 minutes, and I try to edit the video as best I can. But I wanted to explain why I decided on this way. Allora, I have a disability. Name is myoclonic dystonia, which manifests with involuntary movement, especially in a new situation, and therefore oral expression, especially in another language, become more difficulties. With this video presentation, I would like to highlight the importance of sport for people with a disability, and I want to communicate my passion for some topics. For example, sport, assistive technology, and disability. This is a more information about me, and I can share my video. Through inclusion policies, European states seek to break down cultural and social barriers, enhancing and including people with a disability in various social contexts, including sport activities, in order to allow the individual with disability to achieve a good level of personal growth, self-efficacy, and self-esteem empowerment, as well as to develop a strong motivation and the resulting emotion. Sport is an effective and powerful tool for overcoming barriers, but also an element of redemption and dignity to attempt and overcome some of the limitation of disability. The tendency, concentration, and effort of a person with a disability represent a starting point of achieving a satisfied sense of adequacy and self-acceptance. It is important for people with a disability to meet their own needs, achieving a good level of fulfillment and a sense of efficacy that enable greater well-being and a better quality of life. Therefore, motivating people with disability to take up sport at any level should be considered a primary goal of any inclusive policy. This process can be implemented following the principle of intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is such when the drive to act derives from internal stimuli, pleasure, personal enjoyment, the desire to get involved or to improve. Extrinsic motivation occurs when the individual is driven by external incentives, rewards, or remuneration. Motivating a disabled person to take part in a sport activity leads to an improvement in his or her psychological sphere, positively affecting mood and reducing anxiety and depression. But above all, sporting activity allows the most severely disabled person to acquire or improvement their degree of autonomy and independence. There are also numerous benefits from a social point of view, such as the possibility of a new experience or new relationship with other individuals. In fact, realization, satisfaction, and increased social relationship can also occur through sport inclusion. However, the human factor is often not enough to determine the inclusion of people with a disability in sporting activities. The technological component is also essential, more specifically assistive technology, which aim to help reduce or eliminate, even if temporarily, the functional gap of a disabled person. The impact of assistive technology on sports performance has become a topical issue in today's society and especially in the Paralympic Games, where advances in prosthetic technology have the most significant impact. A positive example of a principle I have just told you about and which I would like to bring to your attention is that of Bebe Bio, Italian fencer and Paralympic champion who, despite the amputation of all her limbs following a bacterial meningitis infection, has made the most of her condition by turning it into a unique opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Thanks to her willpower and with the help of assistive assistive technology, she has won numerous world and European sport competitions and became a role model of other people with disability. Rely on her personal experience, the Art for Sport Association helps amputee children enjoy the beauty of life and integrate into society through sport. Art for Sport inclusive program aims to promote Paralympic sport and is based on its founder's vision to make sport accessible for all. Baby View Stories is an excellent example of how sport can be an extraordinary means of personal change and social integration of people with and without disabilities. In the city of Genoa, I founded the non-profit organization RiseWise SEWD, which means Sport Empowerment for Women with Disabilities, that promotes the inclusion of people with disability through sport. The association was born in August 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic and maybe stems from the experience at European level within the Horizon 2020 RiseWise project coordinated by the University of Virginia. The target group of the association activities are mainly women with disabilities because they suffer from double discrimination as they are both women and disabled. We have chosen to focus on women with disabilities because often the female gender is still considered inferior to the male gender in several areas of society, and they have more difficulties to integrate in the social context, for example, in sport and work, because they are disabled. RiseWise as EWD Association is involved in proposing sports and motor activities to people with and without disabilities. We wish to promote a truly inclusive environment where people with different abilities and skills perform and experience sport and motor activities together and establish new social relationships. We not only carry out practical activities, but also offer training and educational activities related to the world of sport, disability, and empowerment. The association argues that the inclusion of women with disability in the world of sport will also contribute to the growth of society. Do you know what our superpower is? Collaboration. We are a group of women with different skills and competences who offer their knowledge to help and support other women in need and therefore contribute to women's empowerment. Okay, just finish my presentation.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. Can you speak a bit louder? Because we don't hear you now, so we hear you very low. So can you speak a bit louder?
Sorry?
a parlare un po' più forte perché non possiamo ascoltare.
Sì,
Sì.
ok.
Okay, now it's perfect.
Yes.
And also I can put it here.
Sorry. I finished my presentation.
Okay, thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your video. It was beautiful. We would go to have a little trip in Genoa with this video. And yeah, it is amazing. And congratulations for the association, because that's the way for young researchers to go. And you're a very brave young woman, very talented and skilled. And I think your English is perfect and you speak so well in public. So you shouldn't say otherwise, because it's been perfect. So thank you, and we hope to see you very soon.
Yeah, thank you, and a good summer school.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so now we will start with the hands-off workshop on creativity. And first of all, I would like to introduce my dear colleagues from the Faculty of Communication Science. You have already met Patricia yesterday. She's in Milieu Project. She's a Chief of Applied Communication Department and a partner and a friend in many, many projects. And then we have Germán Rodriguez, who is working with us at the faculty. He works in Patricia's department, and he teaches creativity. So he's a great expert in creativity. So thank you for coming on a very short notice, because we were going to have a Danish colleague who is called Christian Burge from the Aalborg University, but he couldn't join us. So Germán was kind to join us just with very little time. So thank you so much for sharing your time. I will leave the word now to Patricia.
Okay. Nice to meet you again this afternoon. I would like to say that creativity is a soft skill from 21st century. So it means that the skill can be learned. And we had a project about creativity called CREMO with a Danish professor, Christian Birge, Denmark, and University of Malta, because you know that they have a very, very important institute called Edward de Bono Institute, that is the head of the creativity and the best. So we would like, I don't know, we are not going to have so time, but you have a web. It's called Academy for Creativity. It was the result of our European project, and you have there exercises for training creativity. Also, it can be used with your students in the university. Sometimes I did it in my creativity classes. So and also you have an evaluation in the website. So the object here is that creativity can be learned, so that's important, and you can train your creativity skills. You don't need to be born as creative person. It's just a legend. So we are from advertising, but here we are going to talk in a more general concept of creativity. So creativity is a way of doing things in a different form, and we are going to talk about it.
Okay, Patricia, just a very, very brief question. What do you understand by creativity? What is creativity for you? What is it? Alessandro? Yes, what is it for you? Yes, that is somebody who comes from the Faculty of Design and Architecture. This is a style of life, yes, so that is a very good answer. What is creativity for you?
For me, creativity is the power to bring to the world something that have never been there before.
Excellent. That's creativity. And what's creativity for you, Clara?
For me, creativity is the possibility of thinking about things in a different way.
Okay. And Valeria?
It's a hard question. I think that is a problem solver approach.
Okay, so thank you very much. You are all right. These answers are all correct because the world of creativity is huge and it can't be defined in one little sentence. It can't be limited to one little thing. And I'm really happy that nobody said creativity is artistic talent because of course they are related, but creativity is much more, and it is a style of life. And actually in our research we found out that being creative makes your life easier. It makes the problems easier, it makes solving problems easier, even it helps you in the relationships, in the daily life, in the studies, and it's all over. So once you learn more about creativity, once you become more creative, life becomes easier, believe or not.
And also one thing is that you become not a better person but more tolerant, because you can listen a lot of different opinions for people, and now you can think that they are okay too.
Yeah.
So.
And Patricia, keep the micro,
Okay.
because I want you to tell why do you think creativity is so important today?
For all the for the future employment. They are, that they are trying to contract people with different skills. So soft skills as creativity, same as creative thinking or other competences. You can make your profile different if you are more creative. So also for creating teams and collaborate in different ways, it's important to know creativity.
Okay, and as Patricia said before, the good news is here that everybody can learn to be more creative. Everybody can become a creative person, a creative genius even. And that has been shown by science, so it's not something we have invented. It has been shown by very many researchers in the field of creativity. We're not going to enter in these theoretical aspects of research, but we've done research in this sense. And we found out that even a short training using the platform, using video games, during 2 hours for some weeks would improve significantly your creative capacities. And also a thing which is very important is a creative self-efficacy, so that you believe you can do it. So you believe that you can find a creative solution. And also, because we're talking here about diversity and inclusion, so these are core ingredients of creativity. In a very homogeneous group, there is no creativity. Creativity flourishes when people are different in all senses. So diversity fosters creativity. And often when we ask in lectures, we ask, hey, what kind of skills are present in creativity? So, okay, don't go away screen. So often when we ask what skills does it mean, so people, they tend to say, okay, it means fluency, spitting out huge number of ideas, like 20 new ideas per second. Well, that can be part of creativity, but it is just one ingredient. So another important ingredient is elaboration. It means that you can take ideas that already exist and combine them in a new way or in a new creative way, and create new ideas and arguments starting from different ideas, combining them in a funny way, which we will see now with Herman very soon. Also, it means being flexible, and this is sometimes difficult because we all have our little egos and we think that our ideas are the best. Of course I'm right, and of course my idea is the best and I know better. or even if I don't know better, I would like everybody to do it the way I want to do. So flexibility means that you accept ideas from other people and you are ready to elaborate on their ideas. So you can just leave your own ideas behind and work with ideas from others. And that takes a lot of flexibility. And the older you grow, the more difficult it gets, I can tell you. So this is an important ingredient as well. Originality means out of box thinking. You learned about that yesterday with Anne. Okay, so nothing to add there. Also, imagination. Wild imagination is important. There is never too wild ideas when you do brainstorming or when you make ideation in a group. So don't be afraid of expressing these so-called crazy ideas, because all the innovation in the society has come from these crazy ideas in all senses. So there is no innovation, there are no new invention if there isn't somebody a bit, what we would say, crazy, who will imagine new sceneries, new possibilities, new worlds. So don't be afraid of imagination. It means radically new ways of thinking and doing. And then we have this self-efficacy, which means that I believe I am a creative person and I can accomplish different tasks that require creativity. And okay, now I will give the micro to Herman and we will start with the practical part. Okay, it's all yours.
Okay, we have said creativity is something like you can learn, and it's something I think you have said it's something like it's a problem-solving way, no? So there you will be in situations where you need an idea to solve a problem or to do something, no, at work. So I'm going to show you a method, a technique to be able to get or to find great creative ideas. But just I'm not sure if you are listening to me. Yes, no, fine, the micro. No.
No, it is on. You have to keep it very close to the mouth, like this, like eating an ice cream.
Okay, sorry, it was my fault. I'm going to repeat what I have said, just in case someone has not listened to me. We said like creativity is something that can be trained, and I'm going to teach you or to show you to present a method, a nice method to get nice ideas and ideas that can solve problems. Taking the starting point in things that you can find in your daily life. For example, I have here. Sorry. Something's. Give me a minute. Okay. Imagine that we have a bike as an object, and then we have another object or another concept, which is something more abstract, like ocean, for example. Think a minute, if you have to join these two things, what could happen? Which is the third object that you can get mixing these two? Anyone can imagine something? Okay. In Spain, we call this, yes, someone say here a motorbike, no? It's kind of, it's like, I think in Bulgaria and in Italy you have this kind of thing, no? At the beach. Pedalo, here we call it patin too, so, okay, it's the mix. But it's not something that you do like by training, like, okay, I have the ocean, I have a bike, I start thinking in how can I mix it, and then, oh, magic, I get the idea, no? There's a method, very simple, which consists on making it into pieces, put it into pieces, and then try to join the pieces to build a new object. For example, I guess all of you might be familiar with mental mapping or mind maps. So for example, this is a bicycle. So if you manage to write all the parts, that the bicycle have, and then The ocean. Okay, all the things that you can find in an ocean, in the sea, here. So then, to achieve the new product, you are mixing the elements. You are not working with the whole concept. For example, you can do it even like more abstract, the ocean, not things that you can find, like other abstract concepts. You do a mental map and you find something like that. And you can do this method of putting things like decomposing objects. You can do it to mixing two different things, or you can even work with just one thing, no? So I like to ask you, please keep an eye on the bicycle. If you have to think imagine like you have to get another object joining 2, 3, 4 parts of the bike. Which parts would you choose, and which object you think you can get from here? I'm gonna give you a moment to think about it. Anyone has an idea?
Can you repeat the question?
If I can repeat it?
Yeah,
yes.
fine.
This is the, okay, they are the parts that a bicycle have, no? So you have the wheel, you have the seat, no? And then what you have to do is join in any parts of any pieces of any piece that you want with any other, which object you can imagine to compound. To create a new object, yes, to create a new object, sorry. Okay.
It's my brother creation, so I don't know if I'm cheating. Can I? Basically, he built and designed from the, come si dice camera d'aria in inglese? From the part, the gum part of the circle. No, just the plastic. Yeah, with the rubber. He built he put it. My God, it's complicated in English. Like, ¿puedo hablar español? Sí. He cogido como una estofa, como de fabric. Una estofa, sí, y he hecho como una lámpara con esto, poniendo la cámara de área de la rueda abajo así. Y así se pone como la lámpara un poco más, no sé, ancha, ¿no? He built basically the interior design object from a bicycle and mixing Bali, Indonesian texture for fabric. Yeah. So just sorry, it was not easy to explain.
A lamp, designing a lamp. Any other idea? Anyone has any other idea? No? Okay, I can think in vale.
It's not a creative idea, but it comes from my when I was younger experience, because I did dance, and when we had to stretch to do the split, which is the exercise that you have to, yes, we used the rubber thing because it's elastic, and the teacher use this to stretch our legs to do the split.
Okay. What you can see here is creativity always comes from things that we have experienced and things that we have seen. Okay, I can add another sample. For example, I'm thinking I remember when I was young, you made me think about it. I had a columpio, a swing, with the wheel and in a tree branch, but I'm going to show you something that someone else thought with the parts of a bicycle. I don't know if you know this. Okay, this is Picasso's bull, and it's made joining parts of a bicycle. So he created a total different object using the parts of a bicycle. For me, it's a great example of creativity. He said he found it in the garbage, and then he thought if he should join the pieces or not, if the bull, a very deep explanation and blah, blah, blah. But I am not sure if he had already thought about it and he just said that to sell it, no? And well, this, what we've been using mind mapping, but there's another method very related to this, which is called scamper visual, which consists in taking an object and decomposing the object, but with a kind of a method or a philosophy. Like, for example, this is a very classical example of this method of scamper, and this is a burger. So you have a burger, and then you have to adapt the burger, and then you can adapt it to cultural flowers. Imagine McDonald's is going to arrive to a country where it is not yet established, and then he had to look for the flavors that in this country, you know, are appreciated by the population. Or, for example, scamper mean substitute. Here, for example, is instead of bread doing an apple, so you get a creative thing. What I said about combine. Here it's making kind of an ice cream. A is adapt, what we said about the flavors. M means modify, so here you can modify the sauce, you can modify the salad dressing, no? You can put it to other use, like for example, instead of a burger, you can do a pizza burger. The E means eliminate or minify. So here in the sample you can see like like deep sticks and make like a burger but in a dip. And the last one is reverse or rearrange. So you can take it into pieces, put it into pieces, and then recombine them. This is just doing, so we are not mixing two objects. We are using just one. We are making all the parts of it in different ways. And with these parts, what we should do is to think in the new objects that we can get from here. If you have seen recently, for example, if you go to a perfumes store, and you have a look at the to the fragrances, ¿cómo se dice? El package, las botellas, the bottle, the packaging of the perfumes now are very creative, and I think are kind of are done with this. Sorry. Perfumes, bottles of perfume. They use this method to create cool and different packaging. Now I'm talking too much. I'm going to. This is what I explained with the transparency. These are some examples of brands and companies that apply this method and succeed in creativity. For example, the roll-on deodorant, they made the scamper with a big biro. You know biros that have a ball to write? So what they managed to do was to change to use the ball of the biro into the deodorant. So the roll-on was created. Ryanair, if you remember Minify, he has Minify all the service, you know. So he cut off all the services that were normal or people were accustomed to get in a plane. De Beers, the industrial diamond company, they managed to put in fashion the engagement rings. Now, who's going to marry and is not going to get an engagement ring? Now it's something that is very normal. Amazon just eliminate, for example, all the retailers and the wholesalers. Or McDonald's changed the way that the restaurant, when we talk about rearrange, McDonald's rearranged the way people used to pay in the restaurant, no? Like you have to pay in advance and then you get the food, no? It was never before like that until McDonald's made it. Okay, so these are just samples of real themes that you can get improved by using simple creativity method. Okay, I'm going to show you, for example, a sample that I made by my own. It's in Spanish, but I just want you to take like to get the way it's done, more or less, and we will do the exercise now together. Imagine, like, for example, I start with a lemon, and then I do a mental map, and I get all the concepts that what a lemon means for me, no? Like what we did with the ocean before, or what we did with the bike. I can do, for example, I can apply the Scampa method. So I can, it's in Spanish, but it's slightly the same. It's adapt, it's put to other uses. deconstruct, substitute. This is what I thought I could do, but you can get a lemon and get another ideas or things. Imagine like an abstract concept, like the ocean. So, for example, it's sing. Okay, to sing. Okay, so I just do a mental map. I can work this way, and I get an orchestra, I get an audience, I get my voice, my ears, music, noise, public, microphone. Or I can even apply the Scampa method, like guitar, microphone, take to other uses. Doesn't really matter, no? But I'm getting other things. So, for example, at the end, I have, with the Scamper, I had lemon, and I have throat, juice, orange, medicine, tea, the peel of the lemon, los gajos, yeah. And gin, because an icing has a lemon inside. Okay, if I do sing, I can have an alarm, I can have a mouth, silence, I can have a disc, I can have a guitar, microphone, my ear, a musical note. But this is what what I thought it could be. But then I wanted to create like all the concepts and other ideas, joining the pieces that I managed to get from each object or for each concept. As I told you before, we can do it with one thing. Normally, then you apply Scamper. We can do it with two concepts or with two objects. So, for example, if I mix a disc and medicine, I get, in Spanish it's musicoterapia, music therapy, or I can join it, I can get the same concept, for example, from disc and medicine and a musical note, or a note, a disc, and medicine. Or, for example, if I put mouth, ear, throat, medicine. Well, this is very, very weird speciality, like the doctors that take care of your ears, okay, and your throat and this. Or, for example, this is natural medicine, okay. I have a juice, I have an orange, so this is good, for example, for your throat. Or even I can join guitar. Well, at least in Spain, it's guitar and jeans party. Or gin and alarm could be like a responsible consumption, like something like the alcohol companies are always telling us to. Silence plus an alarm, speaking is forbidden or forbid talking, and that's it. Okay, so the exercise that I like to do with you is we choose two objects, or better, like we did here, like physical object, something concrete, and something that you can touch, and then something like abstract, like ocean, like singing, like whatever you want. So I like to get any suggestion from you about which concepts we should use. I don't know your names, as Lisa did, but I can ask, or you can. Any idea, any suggestion of an object? Whatever. Okay, un abanico. Okay. In Spanish, it's abanico. I don't know the name in English. A fan. Yeah. Okay, and we need an abstract concept. If we have, could be maybe heat. It's good heat to, any abstract concept. I think someone wanted to propose. What? Nadie, no idea. Roma. Aroma. Smell. A smell. No? Okay. So the proposal is, if you don't like the concepts or the two things that we are going to work with, you can complain to Miwa. So we are going to work with a smell and as the abstract concept, and we are going to work with a fan, no? But not any kind of fan. Un abanico, Spanish fan. Okay? Okay, so now maybe we can give you like 5 minutes to try to do the mental map, decompose. I would try to do both things. First, if you want, we can do a mental map and decompose the objects. And once you do the first one, we will put the themes that you managed to get in one separate post-it each. Because later we will combine. You will start combining the post-its to see if combining these two with new concepts you are able to get or to produce. Okay. Okay, we are going to. Anyone has any new objects? Have you mixed the themes? Okay, this team. Who can come to the? Who can come in there too? Wow, great. Okay. But you have the new themes? Yes, you have. Okay. Okay. Are you coming with me? Great. Okay, we are going to start sharing ideas. So,
We have to.
okay. You wanna?
I have to write or.
I think it's better if you write or what?
Okay.
Or you want me to write it? No, you write it. Okay. I think if okay. Abanico is Spanish fan in Spanish. But here, just one question. You have like pastry plus abanico, but the Spanish fan should have been decomposed. No. So you are joining it straight ahead with the object. For example, Picasso's bull is joining two of the pieces that you have decomposed previously, the bike into. Maybe it's better we try. I think this, well, anyway, it's fine because you have got a new idea, so it's okay. It's good. It's fine. Okay, but okay. Can you write it on top, above? You managed to make any new thing? You made it into parts, and now you have new objects. Yes, no? No, 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 no. Okay, you have to match the parts that you have spared. And with this part and this, you build a new one. Or with this and this, you manage to build. You have to build something new, mixing the parts, the new objects that you have and concepts that you have got. Okay, anyone else? Have you managed to get any new concept or object or idea? A smell. So you have here the parts, but these are the new things that you get, and this you get it mixing what? This. Okay. Good. Okay. Can you write you are two? How many associations you made? Two, one. Okay. Or your favorite one concept that you got? Which one is? Okay. Can you come and write this in the screen? Have you got any new concepts? Are you done? Okay. Can you choose one favorite new concept or object that you have managed to produce? Your favorite one? You know which? See? Vale. After her, would you manage to go there and write it down? Okay. You have a new. But have you managed to get something new already? It doesn't matter. It's new. A bull is not something new. It was something. Okay. It doesn't matter. An idea, a concept, whatever. Okay, so she's gonna write, then she's gonna write, and after her, can you write the favorite one? Just one, yes, because, or if you have two really good ones, okay, two. No, no, un toro existe, ¿no? Lo que da un poco, o sea, puede existir o no, da un poco igual. Porque puede ser un concepto, puede ser otra cosa. Vale, por favor, ¿salís a escribir el concepto? But you don't join. But so okay, okay. You wrote. You mind? So can you go and write the concept? Here you have the pen. It's like that. You can choose which. And you, yes, perfect. And if you have to erase, yes. No way? You don't have any? You should have written in each post, like all these new words, you have written in post-its. And then, with the post-it, you start joining each post-it and thinking. Yes, but for example, if you write here, pretty in one, colorful in another one, tal in another one, then you can mix them by joining, and that's the exercise, but it means fine. Don't worry, don't worry. Done? Okay, perfect. So, so we are going to review the concepts and the new objects that you managed to get. So we have someone got Spain and flower. Who were Spain and flower? At the back. Hey, hey, at the back. You are Spain and flower? Okay, so Spain, you got it from? We have a hand fan and a smell. Obviously, from hand fan, then you go to Spain, and from smell, you got the flower. So joining both, you get bottle with Spanish aromas. Okay, that's great. Easy. Okay. Next, pastry plus abanico. That's yours too. Pastry from which word? From smell. And abanico, well, you use it straight ahead. Okay. Abanico shaped pastry. Okay. If you manage to make it, I would like to try it. Okay. Vanilla plus fashion accessory. Pastry shaped jewelry. Who made this? Okay. So you got vanilla from where? From smell. And the fashion accessory? From hand fan. Okay. Okay, perfect. I think it's good and it's working on. Okay, we have now spirals plus mood. Yours. Okay. So spirals were from? Okay, great. Okay. And the mood? Because the mood could be, like when Lisa spread us, the perfume. Okay. And you managed to get collective change. Very deep concept. Good. Okay, it's nice. I like it. Life and death plus good, Phoenix. Ta-tan. So, life and death.
Life and death comes from the smell because sometimes smells remind you of nature and life and manifestation of life, and sometimes reminds you of death.
Okay. Okay.
And death comes from the smell of decomposing.
And good from?
Comes from the fun because, like, even intensive fun can recover. So we're thinking like you can use that to when you someone to create like the phoenix is not really a phoenix like the bird. It's our concept of decomposable prey.
Wow.
So the phoenix is a metaphor for a decomposable grave. So when you die, your body is buried in a composter, sort of a composter with a tree planted in it. So when your body decomposes, it feeds the tree, and then here comes life and death, and the combination of wood.
Okay, and now I'm gonna ask the last team that this team needs a bit of help. So I think maybe all of us can try to help you.
Can I explain what happened here? We decomposed everything very well, and then we composed everything together, and we combined almost everything, and we come up with a smelly fan. So yeah, okay. So we have two types of smelly fan. One is with fragrances that are citron or mint or something that you wave just to make you feel like good. Yeah, and the other one is with fragrances that you buy to send a message to a woman that you like. So yeah, it's like a perfumed fan or something. But it's a smelly fan in the end.
You have used the process, you have turned it or...
And also women that you doesn't like. Yeah. But that's not.
Well, thank you. This is a unit to creating products to find solutions. This is a very simple way of working with, but you manage to get to new solutions. So, and if you see all the things that we produce are standard concepts like this, and can be objects. No? So that's how creativity works. Imagine now we are doing a brainstorming. So for example, we go. Yeah. I don't know how we go with time, but for example.
You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
So
Imagine like
plenty of time.
okay, we have like now we are trying to create news, whatever, and then for example we have just to choose one between all of us. If we would have to choose just one from all the proposal work, now we should vote. No, when you vote in a brainstorming or something, each person that is going to vote, you can choose like for example 3 concepts, only 3. So it's simple. Like we would do like this, no, like this concept. One, you know, and then we will choose the winner, and it will be the concept that the best concept that we produce today. I don't think we don't need to do it, but it was it's the final of the thing. I wanna thank you, all of you, for taking part in this workshop and in getting to know these methods. And from my end, say I hope you to have fun in El Escorial these days, and it has been a pleasure and nice meeting you. Thank you.
Sorry for this. We were talking about these ideas that you got, very creative ideas, so sorry. Sometimes you get carried away, and also because it's so hot, so we easily get carried away. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Herman, for joining us. It was really, really good fun with you, and we have learned a lot. And thank you, Patricia. And thank you, everybody, for your patience. And thank you for bearing up with the heat wave, because this is, I don't have words. It's just simply too hot. So thank you for your patience. And I will see you all here tomorrow morning at 10. We have just 2 hours in the morning. We have this practical lesson about using focus groups in social research. So it will be practical. And then you will have some free time, and then at 1 o'clock we will have a lunch all together, like a goodbye lunch. Okay? So that is all, and have fun tonight. Go wild. Okay. See you tomorrow.